We're going to be tracking more showers and thunderstorms as we get into your Friday. Again, most of us, though, shaping up okay heading out the door this morning. It's more so as we get toward the afternoon. I think that's when we're going to be seeing some of those storms popping back up into the kind of the heat of the day, if you want to call it that. I still think there's a chance we thin some of these out as we get into the overnight hours. Here's FUTURETRACK, and again, by the afternoon, again, really anytime after about 1 o'clock or so. I think kind of like what we saw yesterday, we'll see these bubble up and be somewhat isolated out there. It's not going to be across the board necessarily, but plenty of us going to be getting in on the action. Getting into the overnight hours, most of that should dwindle here. We'll get you up to 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And as we go throughout much of the morning hours themselves, again, you see this big slug of moisture. I think that actually may hold off at least until the early afternoon hours, but still, you tailgaters may want to keep an eye on that forecast going forward. I think it's trending a little bit better than maybe what we were afraid of yesterday or a couple of days ago here. As we get into Saturday afternoon, though, again, once that rain starts to move in, probably not letting up, at least the threat of that as we go into the overnight hours. Saturday night into Sunday morning, still hanging on to some of those kind of leftover showers Sunday morning. By Sunday afternoon and evening, I think we're finally starting to trend drier to close out that weekend. Rain tracker, again, I think we've kind of narrowed this down and kind of plateaued. 1 to 2 inches is what we're expecting. A lot of this is going to be falling on Saturday. So, again, I'm not expecting flooding concerns necessarily, but you could see some ponding on the roadway, some soggy yards to say the least here by Saturday night. But going to be tracking another big pattern change here as we go throughout this weekend. We got that big ridge we're starting to kind of stamp down a little bit off the East Coast here, and then watch what happens as we get into Monday and Tuesday. This area of low pressure we're tracking, that's eventually going to kick this front through as we get into Sunday, and then it's going to cut off to our east. And watch what that does here. Watch these winds. You can trace them all the way back up, almost due north, and that's going to be spelling a nice, quiet, kind of cool weather pattern as we get into next week. In fact, pretty good chance it's staying dry on Monday. Got to watch out for a stray shower by Monday afternoon, but again, we've taken it out of that 7-day forecast, at least this morning. But going forward, temperatures just bouncing around in the middle 70s. Absolutely gorgeous setup. Hopefully we can keep it as we get into the middle of next week. Right now, looks like we'd stand a pretty good chance to do that.